there. All right, folks. Tim.
Finally. What were we just saying?
It's a small
Force
one.
feed them, right?
It's a small
That's
one.
all right.
Folks, today we are at Roosevelt Lake with a Senko with Tim here. And you know, they call Tim online Facebook yellow sub, right? Is that how, why do you go with yellow sub?
Well,
Huh? Tell me about it real quick. I gotta hear this, Tim.
I had a car that was an SUV that was yellow, and my kids called it yellow sub, and it kind of stuck, and I'm a Pittsburgh Steelers fan and black and yellow, so yellow sub stuck. I've been yellow sub from, I don't know, since early 2000s.
Did he just say he's a Pittsburgh fan?
I am. I'm born in Arizona, but we didn't have a football team when you and I were born, Johnny.
Well, I was Dallas. You were Pittsburgh.
That was it, right? Dallas or Pittsburgh, that was it. When you grew up in Arizona,
We're at Roosevelt.
it's one or the other.
We're at Roosevelt Lake. We're back here in the trees in the Tonto end, and you said you got on a great frog bite.
Yeah, Monday.
But we know Senkos always work here. We've been throwing that frog a little bit, but we're here early in the morning. Usually as the sun sets up, fish will get up under those mats. Your odds are probably a lot better. We got a little breeze starting to blow, but man, you can't beat a Senko. You know that in this stuff. And if we can get on a top water bite, we're gonna try it. I just pulled out a 5-inch Senko.
Was it your second cast?
That was my second cast. My second cast, and I caught one on a Senko, 5-inch Senko, that 330 color. Big old wide gap hook and 17-pound test line. Throw it up in here with a bait caster because you know you're in the trees. You might get a big one. But we're here post spawn. We're seeing a lot of fry.
A lot of fry.
You're gonna see a lot of fry garters. And so, I don't know, we'll see what we can't do. But old Tim here, we went fishing, how many years ago?
It's been 10 years.
10 years ago.
Yeah.
And at Apache Lake.
Apache, yeah.
And I stole a fish from him,
did?
and he'll never let me forget it.
6-pounder. You said, let me just pitch out to that buoy real quick.
We had fun, but
We
ever
did.
since then we've been great friends. And he's always out fishing, catching fish. And I told him one day I want to get you on the show, just because I love you. And we had a blast that
we
day.
did.
And he's always catching big swim bait fish. And I told him, you ever get on a big swim bait bite, let's show the folks at home how to catch those swim bait fish, because he loves to throw those big swim baits, folks.
I do.
But today, little frogging, little Senko in. We're going to be up here in these trees, see what we can't find. Maybe catch some fish. Huh?
Awesome.
Sound
Yeah,
like fun?
sounds
All
like
right,
fun,
let's
man.
catch some fish. Let's catch some fish.
Got one.
You got him?
Little one.
What is that? Was that on your Rico?
Yeah.
A little Rico bass.
Finally.
Tim, you got one. Look at this. Look at this, folks.
Now he's all tangled. There we go.
Come on, get him in here. Don't you get that hook in your finger. I can't tell you how many times. Oh, catch and release.
That's what I wanted to do.
Now, see, if I was the proper dude, I'd just be going, you know what? I didn't see anything.
I didn't want to
That
get
was a
hooked.
little guy.
I didn't want to get hooked.
You know, we're back here, we're throwing, we had a cold front blow through, and that's kind of hurt us a little bit today.
It did.
So that's why I kind of picked up the Senko. And you got away from the frog, decided to go to that little tiny Rico.
Yeah.
And that's been working pretty good, but we're still searching, we're still going through here. We've been fishing some of the grass, some of the, you know, we decided we're gonna go try to hit some of these big trees and see what happens around in those areas. See if those big fish moved out over here a little bit.
That's what we're hoping.
That's what we're hoping for. Got him. Oh man, ooh, as I'm tying on, he gets one, folks. What is that, a frog?
Yeah.
Get him in here, Tim. Is that a good one?
Not bad.
Hey, boy,
Choked
did he
it.
choke it
Yeah,
or
that's
what?
how they've been eating it.
All right, look at that.
Just like that.
I'm sitting here retying, putting another bait on.
It's usually what happens, isn't it? Yeah.
What were you doing?
Just picking out the isolated wood clumps out there, and
Boy, he whacked it. I
Yeah,
watched
he
that
swallowed
fish
it.
come
I mean,
up. I'm like, he's gonna
actually-
get one right there. There you go. You know, this is the time of year, folks, when these fish start, you can catch some frogfish. But man, we're working them, but I think it's gotta get a little hotter. Yeah.
We got here as a little chilly this morning.
Yeah, we had that cold front blow through, so it's kind of messing with them a little bit.
That's how you
And
catch
I
them.
just threw in there.
When you're not looking.
And I just threw in there.
I wasn't even watching.
You were walking it.
I wasn't even looking.
That's a nice one.
That's a better one.
That's a little bit better bass right there,
A
Tim.
little bit
Hey, hey, hey,
Choked.
all right.
Choked it again.
I was just getting ready to go back to my Senko, but I just threw that V and I heated it up for you.
You warmed it
and
up
he
for
came
me.
back through and caught it on his bait. He's throwing that bluegill pattern. I'm throwing the black with the yellow. Good job.
I wish I would have saw it.
Yeah, you missed it. I watched it. It was fun.
I was watching your frog.
I know, I was watching yours.
You know what though? I think that helped me catch it because I didn't
He
jerk.
engulfed it. Yeah, he engulfed
I
it.
didn't pull it away.
You know, we've been throwing these frogs around. We went up into the green stuff, threw in there. I caught a fish out of that green stuff, and he had a big blow up, but we figured we'd come out and try some of this dead wood. You gotta try it all. We're in shallow water, and a lot of times those fish like that real heavy wood, that thick trees that are laying in the water. He came right out of that tree and got you. What pound test line you throwing?
This one's 50-pound braid on this one.
50-pound braid?
Yeah.
I wouldn't go any less than that when
No,
you're throwing
I
a
wouldn't
frog.
either. And
Yeah.
I do it. I only go down to the 50 on this rod when I'm throwing the smaller frogs.
Gotcha.
But if I'm throwing the big frog like the King Daddy,
65.
I'll do 65. Yeah, the bigger full-size frogs. But
There you go.
We're
Look at
just-
that. Look at that color of that frog there. See, he's got more of a bluegill tint to it. Perfect
and
frog
I just
for this
changed the
time of
tails
year.
on it last night.
And what happens is these fish are done spawning, and then they're watching their fry,
Yeah.
whatever, and they don't like bluegill anywhere around anything they got. So they'll eat that bluegill pattern. There's one.
Oh yeah.
Little Senkos bass. Put on that 5-inch watermelon.
Yep.
He choked it.
Choked it.
He choked it.
That's 2 fish on that watermelon. That's 2 fish on the watermelon since you switched.
Nice fish.
Yeah.
See you, buddy. I made the switch, Tim.
I know.
I had to, just a little bit. You know, we've been throwing these back and forth. And the only reason I want to make sure I got a good Senko on a lot of it is with frogs, you get blow-ups. Sometimes you don't always hook them. A great tip of the week right here is to have a second go-to. Kind of like that 1-2 punch
1-2 punch,
thing.
yeah.
So it's always good to have something you can follow that frog up bite up with. And a Senko's perfect in these trees.
Right.
You know, I'm rigging it up weedless, and you throw it in there after your bite, and hopefully you hook the fish.
You steal the other person's fish.
You steal the other person's fish,
Right.
and I like that.
I like that.
So that's my kind of fishing. But that 1-2 punch is great, and it's a great tip of the week. Got him.
You called it.
Yeah. Oh, got him. I flipped right up in there in that log, and
Yeah,
he
you
got
said,
it.
ooh.
Another one on that Senko.
Yeah.
You know, I flipped right up in that shade. There you go. Little buck bass here at Roosevelt Lake. I flipped that 5-inch Senko right up in that shade. And I watched him come out of that log and eat it. That was good.
Your bait just disappeared.
Huh?
Oh, I got one. Did you see that? My frog was gone for I don't know how long. Oh, get out of that tree.
Oh, come on, get him out of there, son.
I was not. Oh, he swallowed. That's why I caught him. I was like, where is my frog?
You know, folks, it is so crazy when the cameraman's got to tell you your frog is gone. You know? I thought that was awesome.
I'm
He
over
sees it
here
before
watching
do.
you fry.
Your frog is gone. I loved it. I'm like, I look over there. I'm like, where is your frog?
He was
Your line's
shallow.
moving out.
That fish was really shallow.
That's a
up
good
there.
sign.
That's a good sign.
Yeah, that was a nice one.
That was fun.
He ate that frog, didn't he?
All of them were choking it.
Catching a lot of those fry garters, I think. I think we're catching a lot of those fry garters.
Oh, that was funny.
But it's fun. Oh, that's great.
Dude.
Tim, I thought I pulled some
frog's
good
gone.
ones. That was good.
How long was he on?
Couple, 2-3 seconds.
See, that's how I got to do. I'm just not going to watch. You tell me to set the hook.
Got him.
Did you?
Yep, I got one. I got one. Ah, come on, buddy.
Strong, man. They're strong fish.
Come on, son. I watched my line run underneath that. He was underneath that mat.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's a little bit better fish there, Tim.
You got some shoulders on it.
Little Senko bass. I threw right up by a mat and ended up catching that little dude.
Yes, it's a fat one.
Well, we're dealing with the high pressure.
Yeah.
And even though we're getting bites here and there, you know, when you have a high pressure like we have, especially after a cold front, what happens is these bass' strike zone, instead of just running after everything, it becomes really small. It's not that you can't catch a fish on a frog or a Senko, but you almost have to land right on top of their head. Yeah. And I mean, we've seen fish up shallow, right, that will not chase our bait. It's like they're just kind of roaming around, and if you miss them by 3 or 4 feet, they're
not going to make the effort.
They're not going to make the effort, but if you land right on top of their head, they'll eat it. And that's just part for the course when you're bass fishing. You know, we love fishing out here in the trees. So what that means though is you got to get a little tighter to the wood, a little tighter to the mats.
You got to make precise casts.
A little bit more precise casts, and it's tough when you're in these trees and you can hardly make a little flip cast, or you know, you gotta. I'm loosening my reel up a little bit so I can kind of flip a little farther,
right,
and get it back in there. But yeah, it's crazy. These fish are here, but you know, we got to hit them on top of the head for sure. Oh. There he is.
I thought you had the log for a minute
no,
there.
No, he got under the wood.
Yeah.
We were just talking about maybe going back to the frogs. Caught us another little fish. One thing about it, when it does get tough, yeah, there you go. When it gets tough like this, man, you can pick up those Senkos and catch some fish for sure. One thing that we were just talking about, your go-to type deal. If you had a bait you could go to and be consistent with, this time of year is without a doubt a Senko for me. Because if the fishing gets tough, you know you can slow down and fish it. If the fishing's good, they're still gonna bite it. So it's a lot of fun. You can throw this weedless, which is what we're doing. You know, we're basically taking this bait and we're rigging it up weedless. Kind of show you how I'm doing it here. But if I was to take this bait off, you can see the hook there, okay? So what I'm doing is I'm matching the hook with this. I'm actually throwing a 4/0 hook with this, believe it or not. It's a 5-inch Senko. Did you get him?
Yeah, I got him.
Did you get him?
Yeah.
Oh! Tim got one. Get him out of the tree. How big is he?
Not big, not big.
Oh, you went to the baby bass.
I did.
Okay, he went to the baby bass color. So anyways, I'm bringing this bait up, and I gotta put a new one on anyway. Bringing this bait up, right to the bend of the hook after he releases the fish. Turn it in, bring it all the way down over the keeper, and then I'm just kind of feeding the bait up through there. It's a thick piece of plastic. You want to bring the point through and then kind of skin it. Nice catch.
Thank you.
Right when I'm trying to explain stuff.
I know.
I love it.
I'll sit for that one time.
Oh, that's a good one. Ah!
How strong.
Oh!
Strong fish.
He's got some shoulders. Come on, buddy. Come on.
What was he sitting on?
He
That tree
ate
right
it.
there in the shade or what?
He ate it. I'll be trying to get that lure out of his mouth.
Another
Ah!
pretty decent fish.
Yeah, you know, I threw that twig right there where they're
Yeah, just nothing, right?
there.
Just
Yeah,
a
he
little
ate
different.
it. Oh no, he ate it. Oh!
That's a better one. That's the best one of the day.
Nice. Thank you, buddy. Look at that. Beautiful fish.
Yeah, that's a good color. Good colors on that one.
Right between the green tree and that tree, I threw right out there where there was one little stick because I saw a little blitz.
Yeah.
I'm like, I gotta turn around and go hit that. He ran with it.
Did he?
Yeah, that one ran over there and got it, but he didn't see us first. That's the thing too, when you're out here fishing this stuff, even though the water's a little bit dingy, if you're hitting your trolling motor constantly and hitting the wood, they know you're there. It gets a little tougher to catch them, so if you can make it a long cast, which you've been making a lot of long casts with that frog today.
Yeah, have to.
But, and not hit the trolling motor so hard. Put it on a kind of a lower speed, kind of bump yourself around a little bit, drift, make some casts. You know, you can fan cast this area like crazy. Sit in one spot and just fan cast it and then move to the next spot. You can cut that off if you want with those red scissors because it's coming off.
I'm gonna have
anyway.
to cut it off now. Thanks.
Cut mine.
No, I mean, I'm gonna have to cut mine off.
I told you I wanted that bait. When I tell you I want something, I'm getting it.
You gotta be kidding me. God. Oh, shoot, you found the fry. Oh, I'm gonna ruin it.
Get out of my, you're stealing my fish, you turkey.
Oh, he doesn't want the frog. Go ahead, your turn.
All
I
right.
wouldn't get up there, I think.
All
One of us
right.
gonna catch it. Oh, that's a big fry.
Yeah, he's caught. He just don't know it yet.
Oh, he's caught with yours. I don't think he's gonna hit the frog, but we'll see.
I don't know, man. I'm not getting the
Oh
bite.
man, look at. You probably already have him on. Look at that. That's crazy.
Somebody might have already caught him. I thought I was gonna really blow in there and catch one.
Oh, come on.
Oh, did you get that? That was my fish. That was my fish.
That was awesome. That was awesome.
Good job, son. He
He
came up and slurped
swallowed
that thing. All right. That was a frogfish there. Middle of the day, folks. Look at that. Ooh, that's a nice one. Tim, all right.
Same
That's what I'm
spot.
talking about.
Right down the throat
Look
again.
how he ate that fish. I mean, look how that fish ate that frog.
Man, that was fun. We're fighting over that one.
That's just not even fair, man.
I thought he'd hit your Senko. I didn't know he wanted the frog.
Folks, that's how I get treat. I bring Pippa as a guest, he steals my fish. I was gonna call that shot. I kind of still did.
Man, you
but
did.
you caught him.
Ooh, look at that tree shake. Ooh. See that
I think it
tree
was a
shaking?
carp.
You sure?
Yeah. Yeah, I think I saw a carp in there.
Oh,
You get him? You get him?
yeah. Oh, that's a big one.
Oh,
Johnny!
oh no!
Johnny! Oh, we got a cluster.
I got him too! Don't let him go. What in the
What are you doing? You're trying to sabotage me.
Oh,
Oh my
this
God.
is way too much fun. Look, you set the hook into my rod.
Whose fault was that?
Where do I find people like this?
We gotta cut and tie again.
No,
There you
I
go.
can't afford to cut and tie anymore. Oh, you get him?
Yeah.
Oh, he got one. Tim. And right there, what do we see? Fry.
Fry. I
Come
didn't,
into an area.
didn't even see the fry, but there they are.
You know what? That's 7 foot of water, 5 foot of water is where we need to be.
Yeah.
That's the ticket. We went through the center of the channels back here and all the trees. We didn't get near the bites. We decided we'll come back here where it's a little shallower. We got all kinds of fish. Show that bass off. Dude, I have had a ton
been a blast.
of fun. Tim, I'll tell you what.
Finally, right?
Yeah,
Been trying for a long
I tell you,
time.
I've had a blast. And it's been a long time,
It has.
you know, since we've been in the boat together. And I'll tell you what, I've had a blast. And I want to thank you for coming out here, showing us some different stuff out here at Roosevelt Lake. We came back into the trees, had some fun. I like the Senko back here, caught some Rico fish,
Yeah, we did.
the tiny Rico.
Yeah.
And then, of course, some frog fish. What was that frog again?
Jackal. I think it's either the Kiara or Kira.
There you go, buddy.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you what, it's a lot of fun to do. You can do this as well. Just make sure you got a good rod, reel, and you know, I don't know how fast your reel is.
Not fast
Not
enough.
fast enough.
No, I left my real frog and rod at home.
Get
I'm
a
throwing the
frog
smaller
rod.
frog.
I'll tell you, it makes a big difference when you're doing this
8
kind
to
of
1
fishing.
is what I like to throw.
Yeah, throw something fast so you can keep that frog coming, and that way when they do hit, you can barrel them out of the trees
Right,
for
right.
sure. Thank you so much,
No,
buddy,
thank
for
you.
coming.
Thank you.
Don't make it this long again. 10 years is a long time, brother.
I'm ready for the next time. I appreciate
Thanks for
it.
joining us on the show. For Tim, I'm Johnny Johnson. We'll see you next week. Now, see, that's what I'm talking about, folks.